All right, we are back. Okay, I'm sure the audio is available now. Like, I don't know what happened. Probably I pressed the wrong settings or something. I don't know. I think I touched the wrong button, but it's just one of those moments where things don't go well. I woke up this morning, went out to do my morning walk. I can't jog because of my knee, but I can walk. So and I came back, took my bath. It was a bit late or something, and so that's the reason why I didn't start on time. But I'm sorry, really, really sorry. So last night was Champions League match day 6. Yeah, match day 6, and it was for me. I don't know about you guys. I watched the Liverpool game first. Liverpool Girona. I thought that Girona gave a good account of themselves, but Liverpool with 100% record in the Champions League this season, which is a very, very good one for a new coach. That's for them to finish that game. He was angry. It was dramatic. Okay, the headline says fuming, and his Lord declares himself far might be demanding for better performance. He also can make the players kind of like feel like, guy, do you think we're robots? We're busting our ass out here for you, and you are saying you're not impressed. What else do we need to do? We're winning games. We're winning games through thick and thin, through pains, through hard work. And look at other teams, struggling. Okay, but hey, it is football. Probably that's a motivation. Probably that's the honest way he saw it, and he can't lie about it. I don't know, but it's one of those things that you just kind of like tell yourself, well, coach, take him easy, small. Oh. That said, Barcelona, they said there's a story that said Barcelona could lose a 51 million summer signing for free in January if they can't raise the funds to the season when he joined. Who's that player? I've figured that out on the Daily Mail. It's a tough time for Barcelona. They are not out of the water yet. Financial issues are still European economic crushes due to the war in Ukraine. People thought that Russia that will suffer, but Russia are the ones that are ever enjoying. Everything is going well. Russia's rubles have been on an all-time high. They are doing things. The people who's been affected the most are Germans, who allow themselves to be used the sports that we're talking about. Pep Guardiola cuts a lonely figure as it turns on his Man City stars for their mistakes during alarming slump in form, insisting they must put things better. Remember when I said one of the best way to be okay in life? Some people just, but life has taught examples that affect the act of doing simple things right on a regular basis. You will match up with anybody who is doing the extravagant and complicated and difficult things, because nobody can do that one on a consistent basis. But you see, those simple things, you can actually do them on a consistent basis if you master the act of doing them right. Create a routine of doing it right. But then football is football, and for all of the things that people are saying, the only problem Man City have right now is not even their deep in form, is the fact that okay, the hearing over the 115 can charges that have not gone up to 130 can charges have ended. By spring or by March, we should be, getting the decision of the. You are excited. Let's also quickly put it here that excitement should not just be the thing yet, because there is room for appeal from both sides. So Man City can appeal, and then whatever judgment that comes up, if it doesn't favor the FA after Man City have been maybe given a decision that they don't like, and Man City appeals, the FA again can still appeal. So it can be protracted, it can drag long, depending on who blink first, who decide, okay, we agree, we take it and let's move on. But from the look of things, it's looking like, I'm not preempting anything, but it's looking like the FA will win because the stance, you don't go through this kind of fight, this kind of push without having solid evidence. Man City might go to court and, the regular court away from football and try to, you know, break down this 115 or 130 count charges and say it is illegal. But for now, I mean, let's follow the process and see how uh, it's going. Okay. There's a story revealed how Sir Alex Ferguson intervened to stop staggering Ineos blunder. Man United Confidential. That's an exclusive. So if you want to read it on Daily Mail, you have to pay for subscription. I think it's about £1 or so. Right now they are doing promo. Jose Mourinho demand justice amid Premier League title row as Manchester City's court battle over 115 count charges nears conclusion before revealing how he truly feels about Pep Guardiola. Okay, you can read that one. It's on Daily Mail, and there is the Aston Villa who finally got a slice of luck. That's what I'll say. Yesterday's game was a slice of luck in it, and the Daily Mail clearly calls it that. Aston Villa get a slice of luck to push them closer to the Champions League last 16, but Unai Emery will know they must do better, according to Tom Colomose, after 3-2 win at RB Leipzig. I think that Aston Villa have done pretty well. In my opinion, I might be wrong, but in my opinion, I think that they've done pretty well. I didn't expect them to be this good. Manchester United sacked the wrong man in Dan Ashworth. This is who should have taken the fall for Ineos failing, according to Ryan Hobart, so the Daily Mail as well. Then Paul Pogba is interested in joining European giants as he eyes reunion with former Man United teammate, with his reduced doping ban set to end in early 2025. Where would you want to see Paul Pogba play? I've asked this question before, probably within Daily Play, but where would you want to see them play? Yes, Jude Bellingham scores for fourth game in a row to Israel Madrid Champions League elimination fears in 3-2 win over Atalanta before England star gets a big hug. Michael Richard in post-match interview. Yesterday, somebody asked a question about Real Madrid, and I remember saying, with Real Madrid, it's foolishness to bet against them. There's foolishness to bet against them because there's just something about Real Madrid. There's something about Real Madrid and the UEFA Champions League. Betting against them is not a wise decision, even when they are wounded, they are down. For as long as they are not out, yeah, it's hard. Yeah, yesterday I was watching the Liverpool game, and I noticed something. Mo Salah doesn't get involved in play, but it was the difference between both sides. It doesn't press high up. It doesn't track back. So Liverpool were playing just like with 10 men against 11. Remember back in the day when Ozil became, invisible, right? Arsenal is playing, but Ozil is not part of it. But that's one of the things that I noticed. But the thing is, he's so good that you cannot even decide to take him out. Yeah. Where would Liverpool be without Mo Salah? As Lewis Tell, as Reds Egyptian King preserve their 100% Champions League record, and Arne Slot topples another Pep Guardiola record. Wow. The records are falling. There's a new sheriff in town. His name is Arne Slot. Whatever he touches, turn goes. It slots in easily, even without the need of PDD's baby oil. I mean, I just had to ship that in anyway. So everywhere you turn, Liverpool are just shattering record, are winning and winning and winning. It will be sad though for Liverpool to have this incredible run and start to the season and end up empty-handed. It will be very, very sad. That's my opinion. I don't know what you think about it, but that's the way I think about it. Ademola Lookman, though, was on the losing side yesterday, put up a virtuoso performance. And I like the way he played because Brahim Diaz was in that game as well. So I was, kinkily watching the two of them, seeing their contributions in the game. It is if that's the final decider for the African Footballer of the Year, which in my own opinion, I thought Ademola Lookman have won since May, June. I think again, Ademola Lookman proved himself to be excellent. They lost the game, but he was the man of the match. He was fantastic. He was full of running. He dribbled when he needed to dribble. He needed to pass. He crossed when he needed to cross. That left foot can also now be tagged an educated left foot from Ademola Lookman. That was just everything was just on point. Everything was just spot on, right on target. He was closely marked, and each Ceballos also did an incredible job. We cannot forget that part and pretend like, it was just an Ademola Lookman show. If Danny Ceballos was not in that game, or he didn't put up the kind of performance that he put up, just maybe, I don't know, but just maybe Lookman would have scored a hat trick in that game. And Thibaut Courtois was also in great form. But I mean, it was just end to end, more like a basketball game. It was this end, this minute, that end, that minute. Same with the Girona Liverpool game, was end to end, end to end, end to end. But unfortunately, Girona had a player who would even miss an empty net in Arnold Danjuma. I mean, this guy was a bit flashy, flash in the palm in Villarreal, but I've always said that there's something about the way he plays that doesn't just sit well with me. I mean, some people consider my position on him as beef. Back then, they're like, oh, because he's benching what's it called, Samuel Chukwueze, but that wasn't the reason. I've watched enough of him to decide that. Well, let's go to the result from yesterday. The JNK Dynamo 0, Celtic 0, Girona 0, Liverpool 1, RB Leipzig. Sad to see that, but I mean, Aston Villa deserved to win. They were lucky, but whatever it is, they won 3 goals to 2 away from home. Bayer Leverkusen, where 1 goal winner, kept it very, very, very late. But the most important thing is that they won the game. So they won Inter 1 goal to nothing. We'll go to the table pretty soon, but just hang in there with me. Atalanta 2, Real Madrid 3. At one point, it was 3-1 and was about to be 4-1. But then I noticed that Vinicius Jr. got tired in that game. He's been out for like 4 weeks with an hamstring injury. I thought that the manager could have done, a substitution to rest him, but then he just kept him there. Club Brugge also kept it late to get the winning goal against Sporting, so they won their game at home 2 goals to 1. Shakhtar Donetsk were beating blue, black, and red. They were hammered. Bayern Munich were like Russia. They beat Shakhtar Donetsk, in their own home ground, 5 goals to 1. Salzburg lost at home to Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain leaving it too late. I don't know. Brest was not exposed last night. They wore hijab. They were covered. They were protected. They were under the Iron Dome as they beat PSV Eindhoven of the Netherlands by 1 goal to nothing. So tonight, we'll have games starting with the 2 early kickoff, where Atletico Madrid will play against Slavan Bratislava at home from Nigerian time. It's going to be 6:45, and then you have Lille hosting Stormgrass, same time, 6:45, and then later the trunks of games will come from 9 o'clock, where Borussia Dortmund will host FC Barcelona. FC Barcelona need to tie up their ghetto for this one. Juventus will host Man City. Juventus will be licking their lips and be saying to themselves, we can't get something out of this. But then Juventus have also not been scoring. They've been playing well, but scoring the goals have been a very difficult one for them. Thiago Motta needs to figure out how to get his system working. Benfica would host Bologna in Portugal. Arsenal let me take this call, please. Yeah, hello. Morning. I'm fine, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. Information. Sorry, guys. Arsenal will host Monaco. Make no mistake about it. Arsenal fans, the Emirates, this game is not going to be easy. Monaco have not been an easy side, and Monaco doesn't fear playing against Arsenal. Monaco is just as robust, if not more robust, in their play than Arsenal. They can slip up, I mean, every now and again, but this could be the game that knocks Arsenal out of the top 8. This could be that game that completely seal them and say, you know what, even if they win their remaining 2 games, it's going to be difficult. But then with a win, Arsenal should be able to climb back into the top 8. Arsenal needs to, for confidence sake, needs to stay in the top 8. I will come back to that conversation later. Milan will play against Resta Belgrade or Verna Vesda, whatever they call themselves. Feyenoord will play against Sparta Prague, and the final game of the day would be Stuttgart Young Boys. So let's come back to that Arsenal game that I was talking about. To understand the complexities of that game, we have to go and look at the table, because it's important to look at the table and calculate the points. Why Arsenal should not be looking uh how do I put it, to lose this game. I mean, they should play to win. And the reason is, if you look at the table, Liverpool automatic qualification is already guaranteed by yesterday's win. Even before yesterday's win, but by yesterday's win, it's automatically guaranteed. Then you have Bayer Leverkusen, who are in second, Aston Villa back to third. I mean, from getting knocked out of the top 8, for one time they were on top, and then getting knocked out, and then coming back again. They've really lived like a cat with 9 lives. And then you have Inter Milan, who's dropped from second to fourth position. Brest, whether they are exposed or they are not exposed, have done a great job by staying in fifth. Barcelona, with a win today, can climb up as high as second, which is very, very good. But they're playing against Borussia Dortmund, and they're playing away from home. I'm not saying that, playing away from home means they cannot win. If they win, they go to second. But Borussia Dortmund are in 7. Borussia Dortmund gets a win, they can also climb as high as second, depending on results in other teams anyway. So there is Bayern, who are back now in the top 8. Okay, so Atalanta, yeah, they played yesterday. They are in 9th position. The funny thing about this Champions League league format is the fact that you could go up 1 minute and be down the next minute. Look at Atlanta, because of that loss, they are now in 9th. So a win for Arsenal takes them to 13 points. So they need that win. So let's hypothetically say they lose. Monaco also would go to 13 points if they get a win. So this is one of those games where both sides cannot afford to lose. Arsenal loses this game, means that the next round of matches, even Bayern, who are in 12th position, could climb up to 15. So the chances of them coming up into the top 8 would almost but have gone, okay, unless things go wrong. Their destiny will no longer be in their hand. They'll be pressing calculator like the Nigerian Super Eagles fans who are pressing calculator right now. If it's Gerard Labiadia, somebody responded to my tweet this morning. I woke up and I saw the tweet where I tweeted that the NFF are trying to employ a coach who will not qualify for the World Cup, complaining that they don't have money. They're not looking to spend money where it doesn't exist. Okay, and somebody said, if Bruno Labbadia is a disciplinarian, the Super Eagles will qualify for the World Cup, because the problem of the Super Eagles is 80% indiscipline and 20% coaching. So we don't want Arsenal to get into that position. As an Arsenal fan, I don't want them to get there. But then if they don't keep their act together, they don't do well, that's their own business. But then Real Madrid have moved from 24th position, where Paris Saint-Germain is now in, to 18th position. So they have 2 more games, and if they get those 2 more wins, they can go as high as 15 points. I don't think that Madrid will make automatic qualification. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they will make the automatic qualification. The chance of Madrid making the top 8 is gone, but winning the remaining 2 games is key, because that keeps them in the competition, and then they revert to the format that they are used to. Remember, it's not this UEFA Champions League have not created a new Champions League and say out with the old, in with the new. What they've done is they brought in the new at the beginning, and then the competition progresses into the old format, if you look at it carefully. So it's not a completely out with the old, in with the new kind of format. It's just an addition to what exists before. So it's gonna be quite a beautiful momentous moment to watch the way the Champions League goes and all that. But then my highlights yesterday was seeing Ademola Lookman play the way he played, right? Because sometimes you want to judge your players in big games, right? You want to see them play in those big games, and you say, how did they perform? Somebody will say, but they lost the game. Yes, but yes, they lost the game. Atalanta lost the game. But I think, this is my opinion, and I'm not just saying it because I'm a Nigerian. I think you guys already know that I don't do that. But I think that on the merits of individual play. Last night, Ademola Lookman was one of those Atalanta player that you could not fault. You could not pick anything uh, wrong in their game because in his game, sorry, because he was just there. Every time he gets the ball, he's driving them forward, and then he's dribbling, he's rising through. There's double padding on him. There is marking. Obviously, Ancelotti did a good job. Yeah, people would also say that this is the second time they are playing Madrid in maybe 5 months. They played them in the Super Cup. They lost 2-0. Playing them again in this competition in their home in Bergamo. They are expected to win. Some people would have that opinion, but I don't. And I think that Ademola Lookman gave a good performance. And going into the African Footballer of the Year in 5 days' time, I just think that he's done enough. He's done enough, much more than enough to win it by a, a landslide, very, very, very by country mile. If you understand what I mean, he's done just about enough. And again, I like the fact that he is going to win it, unless the kind of Ballon d'Or magic happens, and then something else, and that's, oh no, we didn't give him the award because he have dreadlock. Maybe that one, but to be very honest and to be fair to everybody, I think that he's done enough to win it, and he should win it. Winning it, what it does is that we've now had another Nigerian winning it back to back, and there is a possibility that other Nigerians will look at that and say, okay, I want to add this to my trophies. And knowing Osimhen could still move to a bigger club in January. He's doing well so far. 10 goals scored so far with about 8 assists or so. He's doing well in Turkey, but it's Turkey. Okay, so you can't win this award. You can't even get nomination for this award playing in Turkey. So Ademola Lookman is still doing well. They are still in the Champions League. They are in the hunt for the Italian Serie A. Some people, want them to win. People like Sabigel and a host of others want them to win. I want Napoli to win. That's mine. Okay. My team in Italy is AC Milan, but I want Napoli to win. Like Antonio Conte, to show to those sports people that they are the shit. Okay. Confirm shit. Ison, that's what they are. Not Conte. Conte is not a bad coach. Having said that too, they have to go play it on the field. It's not by my wishes. It's not what I wish or what I say. It's what they do on the field. Even though people think that what I say sometimes is a lot more powerful than what happens on the field, especially Man United fans who think I'm the one that jinxed them since 2013 when I make that prediction that they will go 10 years plus without winning a Premier League title. Well, it's not me. It's just the reality. I studied the patterns and I predicted based off on those patterns. Having said that, my guys, let's come to you people. What is your own take from the games that went down yesterday? And what can you see from your crystal ball about the games that will go down tonight? There are some games that are a bit tight, bit tight, bit crunchy. And on the movie side, I'm watching this series Black Dove. I'm not really much of a fan. I didn't grow up liking British. I like British sitcom, Mind Your Language, Mr. Spencer. I'm not a Mr. Bean fan, but I'm not really, big on British movies. But lately, they've been doing some British movies that are fantastic. But then there's one British series that I love a lot, Hustle, Michael Briggs. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but season 1 to season 6 or season 8. Okay, it's about a con, it's a con artist movie. And if you understand the British system, well, they are the king of the con business. Okay, but their own type of con is different. But the British people are always looking for ways to have one advantage over you, right? So I love that series, and I enjoyed it because there's a line that I took out of that movie that made sense. You can't con an honest man. But if you're looking for something, if you're looking for something, if you're looking to get something for nothing, you will be sold nothing for something. It's just a series that I love. It's on YouTube, so they didn't like talk it away. They made it easy for everybody to watch. You can go watch it. Type there also. You see Michael Briggs is the leader of the gang, the black guy. It's just a beautiful movie to watch because it gives you some education about how con people work and how to to be smart enough to avoid putting yourself in such position. But I'm watching Black Dove right now on Netflix. It's beautiful. I've been seeing this. I've been seeing movies lately. Like since this year, I've spent time watching a lot more movies. For the past 3 or 4 years, I've been watching only sports content, documentary. That's only the thing I watch because I mean it was what I was branching into. I was hoping to get investment and move into that space. But lately I've gone back to my love for film. My love for film. I really music and film is something that I love. Like I'm crazy about that. If you know me very well, that's my love. Okay. So for you guys, let's talk about the things that tickle your fancy, the things that you saw in the game yesterday, the things that you expect to happen tonight, games that would go down. Once again, let me call up the fixtures. Atletico Madrid will play against Slovan Bratislava at home 6:45. Lille will be home to some grass. Those seem like I mean the Atleti that I saw the last time at was fantastic. If they play like that again, they will be a team to watch. But then my eyes will be on that game, Atleti's Bratislava. If I don't have any meeting within that period, Borussia Dortmund hosting FC Barcelona, I put my eyes on there. But then there is Arsenal Monaco, which is my team, so I watch that one as well. Depending on how it goes. But then there's a TV here that will be showing one. There is my laptop that I can use to stream another one, and with the aid of IPTV, thanks to my friend who's made that possible, and we'll see how it goes. But then after this game, you would have the match the 7 games where Atlanta will host Stormgrass. Hopefully they win that one. Monaco will host Aston Villa, so they're playing English club back to back. Bratislava, Stuttgart, and you have Club Brugge playing against Juventus, Atleti, Bayer Leverkusen, Benfica, FC Barcelona. Barcelona playing double away. Liverpool playing against Lille. Bologna playing against Borussia Dortmund. Red Star Belgrade, PSV, and then the season ends. Uh, with on the 20, I mean the league phase on the 22nd of January ends with Leipzig playing against Sporting, Shakhtar Donetsk trying to expose and suck breast, Real Madrid, Strasbourg. So look at it from this angle. Real Madrid won against Atalanta, so their next set of games will be uh, okay, match day 7. They'll play against Salzburg, and then Arsenal will play against Dynamo. But let's go to match day 8. It's very important that I bring that up, which is the final day on the 29th of January for the league phase. You would have Real Madrid, who would be playing, I think they were playing on the road. They're trying to, suck breast, squeeze breast, smooch breast, and see how it goes. They still need to win that game just as much as they need to beat Red Bull Salzburg. So you look at those two matches, they pick up 6 points from those games. They are home and dry. They will not make the automatic qualification for the top 8, but they will be good enough to be there. Liverpool cement their place already. They can decide now to use their reserve team, focus on the league and the FA Cup. But the pile up of games that are supposed to come up have worked in their favor. The Everton game was postponed, so they were well rested. But Girona did give them a run. But I'm just thinking it's because they had already qualified and they just want to minimize energy. But I think that Girona gave them a run yesterday. I don't know what you think about it anyway. But let's come to the comments. Let me come to the comment section now. My 30 minutes is up, and see there's not so much comment anyway. But let me see from the ones that I have. Leo Ode is say better now, boss. Buongiorno. Thank you very much. Sister Nine for boy say no wahala. Happy to see you here. Thank you very much. Precious Yeriwa says Pogba, please come to Liverpool. Me, I would want Arsenal to sign him. Okay, Pogba is the kind of player that I think will galvanize that midfield, and it would help the left side of our attack, and he would also arrive at the box. He can shoot. It does come with a baggage, but I prefer his baggage to having Raheem Sterling on the Arsenal team. And I'm not sure he's going to demand for over the top fund. It's not transfer fee. It's just a salary. I think it's something that Arsenal needs, but Would they want to get him? It's not a long-term solution, but it's still got about 2 to 3 years in him. If we can have Jorginho, why not? He's still going to be full of running. He's rested very well. He might get injured because he's not played competitively for a long time. His muscles are, running different right now. But I think that as an Arsenal fan, I will be over the top wanting to see Pogba at Arsenal. I just think that it could just be the key that unlocks the drive for us to win the Champions League. He's also the kind of guy that's needed in that dressing room to make the push. But hey, we'll see where he goes when the whole drug ban is finally out and it terminates with Juventus officially. Yes, conversation is on. They've decided, okay, we're not going to go forward with you. The coach says he doesn't want to work with him, but one man's loss is another man's gain, right? Dead body is manure. That's the way it works. When birds are alive, they eat ants. When birds die, ants eat birds. So it's a circle of life. The Machiavellian principle says it take one kingdom to fall for another to rise. Now the babe with somebody not like, none of that person go marry over the weekend. So it's just one of those things that happens. So I'm not going to say here that, because Juventus doesn't want Pogba, then Pogba is a bad player. I don't think so. Pogba is a serial winner. So Pogba is a very, very important player. He adds value. It comes with his baggage, no doubt about it. But I think that giving a chance to redeem himself and end on the high, I think that anybody signing him right now will get the best of Pogba because he will just want to prove a point. All those blackmailing, all those family drama, all those issues, I think he's wiser now. If you look at Pogba, the way he posts, the way he appears, he's a bit calmer, he's a bit focused, more like I just need this chance. Oh God, give me my last power type of thing, like Samson, in the Bible. That's the kind of guy that he is. And I mean, I want him to come have his last dance with us now. That would be nice. I don't know. It's the missing piece of the. Okay, so Arsenal still have multiple missing pieces. They have a missing piece in attack. They have a missing piece in midfield. And the missing piece in the Bukayo Saka side. But if Pogba comes into the Arsenal team, this is my take. I think that Arsenal can beat their chest and say, you know what, we're good enough for the title. That's my take anyway. If Arsenal hanging in the top 2, top 3, and the gap between them and Liverpool is not, ocean wide, if you get Pogba somewhere in March, it's just going to be too late. I wish he's coming in January. I think he can push them to winning every single game to the point where if Liverpool sleeps, because Liverpool is looking like they're not going to sleep, but if Liverpool sleeps, Arsenal can take advantage. Well, Digital Informer says Lukman is a star. The boy, they go left, you block arm, he go right, the end product now die. You block right, the cross from left now die. Kai, the defenders had a nightmare. The last minute cross that Rotigu missed, man, I was already like, okay, so let me hold my hand up. I wanted Madrid to win, right? I don't want to wake up and start coming to analyze that, this format of the competition, it does not fit Madrid. I don't think that is it. And I also do not want to wake up to the, Mbappe is a scam, Mbappe is a fraud kind of thing. So I just want them to win, still be in this competition, progress to the knockout stage, and we see how it goes from there. But watching Ademola Lookman play the way he played, in my head, I was like, okay, you know what? Thank God he has scored. That cross came in. Come on. That cross was teasing, was tantalizing, was beautiful. Empty net, just cushion the ball. I don't know. This things happen anyway. Stroke of luck worked in favor of Madrid and worked against Atalanta. But it was fun. Yeah, this is the game was a great game. Sabi Girl, Queen of Sports. You see, Ademola Lookman is the player he thinks he is. Okay. And then Ufuma says, Lookman won the man of the match despite losing the game. He has earned the right to be the most wanted in Africa. Say the most wanted in Africa? The most wanted. Man, the next summer transfer window will be interesting, because certain names would change. Like the landscape of the transfer would change. I don't think that Victor Boniface would be high up there, but the season is still far. Summer's transfer window is still far off. I don't know what will happen between now and then. Victor Osimhen is still scoring goals, so it will still be needed, but he's playing in Turkey. So let us not forget that. Precious Yewa says, "Can I use IPTV on my laptop?" Yes, I'm using it on my laptop now. Yeah, you use it on your laptop. Yeah, very well. It's a software, so they send you the link, you log in, you start using. So reach out to Kenny P. If you have my number, reach out to me. I'll send you Kenny P's number. But if you already have his number, reach out to him, and he will take care of you. The good thing is he works anywhere in the world where you are, as long as there's good internet. But my advice to you is make sure your internet is good. Okay, IPTV need to work with epileptic internet. We need to work. You're not going to enjoy it. Okay. Precious was also said, I only watched first half of Liverpool match. It was an end-to-end affair, but I loved how Yasser Asprilla was playing in that midfield. That boy is good. He was good. Very, very good. He made life difficult for Szoboszlai and Gravenberch and everybody. But, I thought if they had a better striker who know how to score in place of that O2, yeah, and not Danjuma, this is my belief, they would have beaten Liverpool yesterday. Liverpool were good, but there was a chink in the armor where you could exploit the leakage, the loopholes that they created and beat them. But unfortunately, and Odajima was impotent. He could dribble, he could nutmeg, he could run, he could get himself into good vantage position in space in front of the goalkeeper. But when he's there, he's either blasting it to the goalkeeper directly, no direction, or playing it waywardly wide. Was that bad. But every other thing, I think they did well. I like the way they set up, the way they played. Fantastic football that they played. And it looked like it was the redemption camp for ex-Man United players that have not done well. Dele Blind, Van der Beek, all those guys. They were just there doing their thing and doing it very, very well. Yeah, Leo, they say, boss, I saw some news that Hakimi had won the CAF Football of the Year. Please, how true is it? The thing is, I saw the news as well. And I was wondering, so this is not me being overtly Nigerian and trying to shit on Ashraf Hakimi. Ashraf Hakimi also had a great season. But I'm wondering what he did better. What he did better than Ademola Lookman. And one of the things that is not getting me scared is there are some people on the inside who know what I don't know. Because I'm trying to, my Timothy Dembo is trying to interview certain key people leading up to this award. And they are just avoiding the interview. I've called, I've reached out. So maybe, just maybe they already know something because they are highly placed people. Maybe they already know something that I don't know and they're avoiding to have an opinion. I don't know, but we'll see. These days, when it comes to an award that can be influenced, that can be bought, I don't read too much meaning to it. But in my head, I think this is one that if Ademola Lukman doesn't win it, it will be hard to swallow. I don't know about other people, but it will be hard, very, very hard to swallow. But I mean, things like this have happened before. Okay, things like this have happened before, and we moved on. We will get past it, but it will be hard to swallow for me. I will look at it like I don't think that anybody really did anything better than Lookman, especially scoring a hat-trick in the finals of a UEFA Europa Cup game. Come on. And the season is hard, but hey, we will see. I've also seen that, but I don't know how true that is. These things, we saw that, what is his name now? The Brazilian Vinicius Jr. had won the Ballon d'Or, but eventually he went to Rodri. So anything is possible, anything can happen. That's the way I always see these things. So let's keep our fingers crossed and not overthink it. But it'll be strange. I won't lie. It will be very, very strange and funny to sit back and see that Ademola Lookman doesn't win this one because it can be a devastating blow. It can be really, really devastating. If you look at Ademola Lookman, he set his sights on winning that thing. Come on. Victor Osimhen have won it. He's my mate. We played in the same league. We played in the same national team. I've got to go for it. That's exactly what his play has been. Since that time, he said he was going to overtake Osimhen with the goal scoring thing, which he didn't do. He's been playing his socks off to like prove it. Okay, he also wants to win the Italian Serie A and you know, really stand out. But we would see. That's what I'm going to say. We would see. Tosilo Ade says, I feel Pogba will go to a French club. Really? I don't know. I don't know. Ben Constantine, they say good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Lookman was unplayable yesterday, terribly unplayable. It was an incredible player yesterday, and that's the reason why I give Danny Ceballos a lot of credit for the job that he did. Some other players would have picked up a red card, would have create cost penalty, but he tried. He held his own. He covered well. He blocked him when he needed to. Made life difficult for him sometimes, but. Whew, Lookman was a force of nature. That guy was, it was blistering. He was the man, right? But hey, it's football. Sometimes these things happen. I just have to say, if Pogba come, you have an extra passer of the ball that will split the first. Yes, I'm happy Madrid win. According to Ademola Foma, Precious Area was say Pogba partnering with McAllister or Ryan Gravenberch will tear teams apart. Our major problem now that weary Darwin Nunes. Hope we get a better striker, and you guys are on the verge of losing Mo Salah. Well, you guys lost Klopp, and you see you're still looking good. So Liverpool is not a team that you want to bet against anymore. Lessons learned, experience gotten. We move on. Amazing. Say, does IPTV work in US and UK? Yes, of course it does. US, I don't know about US, but I know IPTV works in the UK. Yeah, a lot of people in UK using it. US. I think Kenny P will need to answer that. I will ask him, and then so let me just ask him now. Yeah. Okay. See messages. 200 messages on WhatsApp. What's happen? When they come watch live, they ask me questions there, I beg. Those IPTV work in the US. In the US. Okay, so I'm waiting for his response. Might be able to, but I don't know about the US. I know he works in the UK. He's typing, so straight up next to his phone. Amazing. Say Anodaju man, a selfish player, in my opinion, is very like that's the word I describe him. If you search for selfish online, I'm sure Anodajuma's picture will show up. He's very, 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 very selfish. Extremely selfish. And Adija Lavoma says Girona coach, he don't tire for Dajuma. The guy, na case. Morning bros. Yes, it works in the US and Canada. So amazing. It works in the US and Canada, works in the UK. And so you get it, you'll get your answer. But I know that it works in the UK, it works across Europe, and now it works in US and Canada. So if you want it, reach out to me. I'll reach out to Kenny P, hook you guys together. I mean, as much as I want to talk sports here, like I always say, every of my friend who is on this platform who is doing business, I also try as much as possible to use this platform to support his business, his or our business. But I mean, my channel is 98.5% male. Okay, so that's why I always use is he. The male adjective for my comment, not because I'm sidelining women. There are a few ones, there are female like Reginald and a few other ones, Sabigel and the rest of them, but it's predominantly a male environment. But hey, the women, I'm not, talking you guys down. I'm just saying the obvious on the channel. Anyway, amazing. Say thank you for the information. Yeah, and I think this is where we draw the curtain on the show today. In the absence of any comment, any question, anything, I think we gotta go. WhatsApp people, please find your way to YouTube. I don't get the energy for WhatsApp question this morning. I'm not. Oh, you see, light have gone off. They will switch to Jen anyway. But hey, it is what it is. We're in Nigeria. If you don't understand that this happens in Nigeria, then I don't think that you've ever been to Nigeria. But hey, either ways, thank you very much, everybody, for being on the show this morning. This is the on the road version of the show. This is not the studio. I'm in Abuja, came for some stuff, still pushing and still trying to knock doors open, hoping that things will work and we would have a better 2025 going forward and be a lot more comfortable, be a lot more, we do live the life with success. I really want to do a lot of big things in 2025 and beyond. I really want to push in, go to competitions, travel a lot, take my teams, grow them. I think that if there's a lot of young people. The other day when I was traveling, yeah, they brought the light again. When I was traveling, they on their gen and NEPA brought the light again, so they have to switch to NEPA. It's crazy how these things work here. Why did they not take the light in the first place? But the other day, like I said, I was traveling. I dropped by at Middle Hall School and I saw Mikolo and Truth, that guy that does a lot of content on Twitter, a mini Truth. And I saw him, and I'm just telling myself that these are the kind of people that I want to give leg up, collaborate with, help them grow because they're really struggling. And he was telling me the story of how somebody, uh, offered to partner him on the content that he's doing, which is very good content because it goes to challenge footballers, different people to do certain things on the ball. And he was happy when they reached out to him. And then he went for the meeting and they said, we will just give you jerseys that have our name on it. And I was like, that he felt very, very dejected, for all the money he spends. He borrows money from his friends, his family. These days, people don't even listen to him anymore when he asks for money. They look at him like he's running a fool's errand. But be that as it may, the opportunities that are coming, and not even, I told him, I said, well, we face that all the time. Somebody's called me to come and stream their scouting tournament and says their budget is 50,000 naira per day. Ah, God, that's your good that we don't see this. So, this life, it's one of those things where you just sit back and tell yourself, ego better. You don't understand? Ego better. There's absolutely nothing you can do. You just sit back and observe and say to yourself, well, what do I do? It's my dream. So crazy people will come, sick people will come, foolish people will come, people who would do things that would piss you off will come. But I think you need to, believe in yourself enough and keep pushing. That's what I do. I mean, people think that YouTube content creators have it easy. I think it is hard. It is very, very hard because you're practically responsible for everything. And if you're not lucky, like I am, to have friends like Ademola Foma, like Kenny P, like Peter Iwanode, Linda, AK, what's it called now? Abib, China Cheru, Bobby. You're not lucky enough to have this kind of people who reach out to you and tell you, don't worry, keep on pushing. We will support you as best as we can, for fuel, for internet, for logistics. I just wonder, how do they do it? Because for me, this support system is removed. I don't know if I'll still be here. Probably will be in the Niger Delta working in Escravos, uh, uh, working in Escravos or somewhere working for NDDC. It's not like I will not have a job, but I just might be doing a job that I'll not be happy about doing, right? So I mean, as we wrap up the year, massive shout out to everybody who support this channel. Not just those who support us with money and their time, but those of you who show up every day on the live when we put up content. Because as I grow and as I do all the reviews with my YouTube partner manager, I'm realizing that we're not 100,000, 1 million subscriber yet. We're not getting a million views, but we're making massive progress because the report sheet that they give us tells me that we're making that progress. Yes, we're 17,000. We could have made 20,000 this year. We did not meet that target. I will lose my YouTube partner by the end of this month, but I don't really care. You know why? I've got you guys. I mean, whether I'm shooting in the dark, whether I'm sweating, cleaning my face with a napkin, whether the audio is struggling, the video is dragging, you guys are here every single day, Monday to Fridays. And then when we load up any content, you guys are there to engage it and view it. I mean, there used to be a time where I'm always busybody, like, oh God, the views are not coming much. I want the views to come much. But since I put my mind on, why not focus on your community, build your community, focus on these people growing. Eventually, they in turn will attract people like them to the channel. I've had peace with myself. Do I want it to grow very fast? Yes. Do I want to be in the region of United Stand? I have this report on the AFTV. Robbie, who makes £2 million a year from the AFTV channel. And I'm like, wow, that's a good one. Which is normal. It makes you dream. I'm not jealous. I'm not bitter about it. That's a good one. One day we will be like that. But before we get there, I should also be very grateful for the team, the people that I have. So this is from me, straight up from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for the support that you guys have all given to this channel through the years. And I hope that one day I can pay back this support by also supporting either your businesses or people that you know, or just ordinary Nigerians. It doesn't have to be people that you know, but I mean, we could help people like Joy or Jabilu go, people like Emini Truth grow, people like Jamilu, Adelashe, people like Mikolo, people like Ahmed Kalejaye. We can help them grow, set up their own businesses, their own things, buy them equipment, and see them flourish. And then other young ones that are coming. That's the dream for the channel. Before we go to the big dream of building hospital, building learning centers and all that, when I look at the investment that someone like Pharrell Williams, a musician, have, and what he's doing with his training center, his e-learning center, and all that. It's kind of thing that drives me every single day. Like, this is the kind of thing you should be able to do. That's the kind of thing that I have a heart for. But it is because I have you people. If I don't have you people, that dream would have died a long time ago. I would fall back into survival mode. Go and get something, feed yourself and your family. So once again, I say thank you guys for all that you have done for me. Digital of Mercy, you made me understand the world of content creators. Alarawaju Late Comer says, yep, I made it live. Well, it's time to go. Thank you very much. God bless you guys. The Alarawaju says, Liverpool are the hottest property right now. They touch and it turns into gold. Shout out to Madrid and it's Oli's Bayern right now. Okay. Yeah, Michael Olise with the 2 goals on the double last night as well. Well, thank you very much, everyone. As I go about pursuing opportunities for interviews with legends in Abuja, opportunities for collaboration with people in Abuja, and also opportunities to do bigger things within the sports space in Nigeria, within the ministry, within federations, and the rest of them. And hoping that next year we would do a whole lot. Okay, you guys should pray for us. So let's grow so that things like going to African Cup of Nations, African Women Championship in July will not be rocket science. Okay, if this channel grows, those things will not be rocket science. We'll just be moving and be going to cover this tournament and be having fun while we're doing it. Well, thank you very much for being here with me. God bless you and have for yourself a wonderful day. Once again, my name is Edafi Matthew. You love to come in the button on sports. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please, it's an appeal. Please do what to subscribe to the channel. Help us grow. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas in advance anyway, or should I say compliment of the season.